Lung cancer, the fastest silent killer. He did not smoke. He did not work in mines, did not live in industrial zones, did not come into contact with toxic chemicals. He was a programmer, sitting in front of a computer screen 10 hours a day. And when he first coughed up blood, he still thought it was just a sore throat. Daniel Ross, 33 years old, living in Seattle, United States. A beloved software engineer at a recently IPO'd tech company, six-figure salary, a life that seemed perfect, a sunlit apartment, a sweet girlfriend, waking up early each morning to brew pour-over coffee, toast with butter, and coding with headphones in until evening. He did not smoke, he did not drink, but he sat in a closed room every day, stale air, air conditioning running 24/7, rarely stepping outside to breathe real air. And then the first sign came, a lingering cough that lasted for 2 weeks. He thought, maybe it's just from the air conditioning. He bought syrup, nasal spray, gargled with salt water, and kept working. But then, the coughing turned bloody. His girlfriend, Emma, panicked. She forced him to go to the hospital. Blood test results came back abnormal. The doctor ordered a chest CT scan, and then the doctor sat down, slowly, and said each word with weight. Daniel, you have stage 4 lung cancer. The tumor has spread to your pleura and your bones. We can try to prolong your life, but we cannot cure it. The entire room collapsed into silence. Emma broke down in tears. Daniel just sat there, as if every part of him had been drained. He looked out the hospital window and saw the last autumn leaf falling. Normally, he would not have noticed, but today every gust of wind, every passing footstep, felt sacred. I always thought lung cancer was for smokers, for people living in pollution, for those who are old, who lived recklessly. I never imagined that I, young, healthy, living a clean life, would be its target. And then he said a sentence I will never forget. Lung cancer does not hurt. It does not twist you in agony or knock you down right away. It just silently, slowly steals your oxygen, little by little your joy, day by day, and your life, before you even realize you are dying. And that is why I am telling you this story. Because if you think lung cancer only comes for smokers or those who work in toxic environments, then you are wrong. It could already be growing inside your lungs right now, silently, with every breath, every hour. And the real question is, what will you do before it is too late? What is lung cancer? Lung cancer is a type of cancer that originates from the cells in the lungs, a vital organ in the respiratory system responsible for gas exchange, supplying oxygen and removing carbon dioxide for the entire body. When cells in lung tissue begin to grow abnormally and uncontrollably, they form malignant tumors and destroy healthy tissue, gradually impairing the lung's life-sustaining functions. 2. How many types of lung cancer are there? Lung cancer is divided into 2 main groups, based on the structure of the cells as seen under a microscope. 1. Non-small cell lung cancer, NSCLC, accounts for about 80 to 85% of all cases. This includes several subtypes. Adenocarcinoma, the most common form, often found in younger individuals and non-smokers. Squamous cell carcinoma, typically associated with smoking. Large cell carcinoma, less common, tends to grow and spread quickly. 2. Small cell lung cancer, SCLC, accounts for about 10 to 15%. This type develops rapidly, spreads aggressively, and is often diagnosed at a late stage. It is most commonly seen in heavy smokers. Why is lung cancer one of the most dangerous cancers in the world? Late detection. Most patients do not show clear symptoms in the early stages. Rapid metastasis. Cancer cells can easily spread to the bones, brain, liver, and adrenal glands. High mortality rate. It is the leading cause of cancer-related deaths worldwide, according to the World Health Organization, 2024. Over 2.2 million new cases each year, around 1.8 million deaths annually, which means nearly 5,000 people die every day. Every 18 seconds, the world loses one person to lung cancer. Symptoms, often confused but deeply concerning. In the early stages, lung cancer usually does not show any noticeable symptoms. As the disease progresses, symptoms may include symptom, what it may indicate, persistent coughing. The most common symptom, coughing up blood. A serious warning sign, shortness of breath, wheezing. The lungs may be compressed or obstructed. Persistent chest pain, possibly due to tumors invading the pleura. Sudden weight loss, fatigue, the body reacting to malignant cells. Hoarseness, difficulty swallowing, tumor pressing on nerves in the neck area. Warning, these signs typically appear when the disease has already progressed to stage 3 or 4. Causes of lung cancer. Not just from a cigarette. 1. Smoking, the openly known killer. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 85% of lung cancer cases are related to smoking. Each cigarette contains more than 7,000 chemicals, including benzene, causes cell mutations, arsenic, a toxic heavy metal, formaldehyde, a chemical used to preserve corpses, polonium-210, a radioactive substance. A 50-year-old man in the United States who smoked 1 pack a day for 30 years inhaled about 150,000 toxic puffs per year. When his lungs were scanned, strange, hazy spots appeared. The final diagnosis, stage 3 squamous cell lung cancer. And did you know? The person sitting beside him, his wife, who never smoked, was also diagnosed with lung cancer. The reason? 2 decades of passive smoking. 2. Air pollution. The invisible, odorless killer vehicle exhaust, fine dust, PM 2.5, industrial emissions, and burning waste. These microscopic particles go straight into the alveoli, the air exchange units in the lungs. They cause chronic inflammation, damage lung tissue, trigger cell mutations, result in cancer. Chu has confirmed that urban air pollution is a Group 1 carcinogen, on the same level as tobacco, asbestos, and radiation. 3. Exposure to toxic chemicals, occupational cancer. Occupations such as construction, metal welding, mining, plastic manufacturing, painting, and working with engineered wood are often exposed to asbestos, the main cause of lung cancer, and mesothelioma, cancer of the lung lining. Radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas that seeps into basements and poorly ventilated homes. Formaldehyde gas, found in building materials, wall paints, and pressed wood furniture. 4. Processed foods and unhealthy eating habits. Sausages, smoked meats, Chinese sausages and charred grilled foods contain nitrosamines and benzoparine, powerful carcinogens. Leftover or moldy foods can produce aflatoxins, toxins that attack the liver and lungs. 5. Genetics and age. If there is a history of lung cancer in your family, your risk is significantly higher. People over the age of 50 are more vulnerable due to lung cell aging. However, more and more cases are now being diagnosed in younger individuals under 40, mostly due to toxic living or working environments. Solutions to prevent and reduce lung cancer. Small actions, big impact. Lung cancer is not a matter of fate. It is the result of small habits repeated every day. And the beautiful truth is, we can still shape our future with wise choices, starting today. 1. Quit smoking. Not just to live, but to live with quality. No one lights their first cigarette intending to get cancer, yet many regret not stopping sooner. Whether you are the one smoking or the one inhaling secondhand smoke, your lungs are still poisoned every single day. Stop now, for yourself, and for those you love. Quitting smoking does not take away your freedom. It gives you back your breath. 2. Protect yourself from air pollution, because air is life. Clean air is a basic human right, but it is up to us to protect it. Wear certified fine dust masks, improve indoor ventilation, avoid going out during rush hours, and stay updated on daily air quality levels. You can choose where to live, you can choose your job, but do not let your lungs become a storage for pollution. 3. Get screened early. Smart living starts with timely detection. Have regular health checkups, especially if you are over 50, have smoked before, or live in a hazardous environment. A single low-dose chest CT scan can detect lung cancer before it even speaks. Do not wait until your body screams to start listening. 4. Nourish your body with a healthy lifestyle. Eat fresh, clean food. Limit processed meats and burnt grilled dishes. Exercise regularly, sleep on time, reduce stress. Drink enough water, and stay away from alcohol and beer. Your body is the only home you truly own. Treat it like there is no second one. 5. Never ignore the small signs. A persistent cough, unexplained fatigue, or chest pain. These are not always just a cold. They could be quiet signals your lungs are sending for help. Health does not betray you. It is you who have ignored it for too long. The forgotten lungs. A wake-up call to the young generation. There is a generation growing up in a world filled with dazzling lights, but breathing through old, dusty lungs. A generation staying up until 3 in the morning just to meet deadlines, yet unable to remember the last time they took a deep breath in a city park. A generation obsessed with finding the perfect selfie filter, yet blind to the dullness in their own tired eyes each morning. We call them modern youth. They do not smoke. They sip bubble tea instead of alcohol. They post about eating clean on social media. But they sit in front of screens for 12 hours a day, in a room where a window barely opens. They live among traffic noise, toxic dust, and invisible pressures, but never stop to wonder if their lungs are silently struggling to breathe. And when a cough lingers for a month, they think, it is probably just a cold. When fatigue never goes away, they assume, I just need more sleep. When they lose weight without reason, they say, maybe I am getting fit. Until the doctor says, stage 4 lung cancer. And no filter in the world can fix that anymore. Have you ever truly paid attention to your own breath? Is it worth trading a few years of youth only to lose an entire lifetime ahead because of a small habit you kept ignoring? This is not just a health lesson. This is a lesson in awareness. Open the window each morning, not just to let the sunlight in, but to remind yourself you are still breathing. Shut down your laptop 1 hour earlier and listen to the sound of your heart and lungs still working. Schedule a health check, as if you are booking a meeting with your own life, and never underestimate the little things, because sometimes cancer begins with just one cough. Living young does not mean being invincible. It means living aware enough to protect what matters most, your health.